folks getting in. Make sure you have follow speakers, let people know that. But yeah, market's heating up a little bit. I saw a few Ethereum projects starting to take off a little bit. Um, some AI ones. I mean, yesterday we saw the launch
Yeah.
of Hash AI, which had a shout out from Alex Becker that did fairly well at launch. I think I saw it first at like 30 million, but I think right now it's
Yeah.
sitting at about 170 million. Something ridiculous like 29 million in volume in the day.
Are you talking about the Hash AI one?
Hash AI, yeah, Hash AI took off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just projects that launched yesterday in Ethereum. Usually we see that stuff on Solana plays these days, not much in Ethereum, but it's nice to see some money moving back into the Ethereum space, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there are quite a few projects, like AI projects, that are catching on. I mean, we can discuss like you know, how valid that is, but I guess it's just hmm?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay.
I didn't say anything. I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was like just testing a few things. Yeah, like it's just the name, right? People just still hyped about AI stuff, but I mean, you can, when you look more into it, sometimes like questionable if that's really something, novel and groundbreaking. But I mean, they achieve what they want, right? They got the volume, they got the investors, and you can just hope that they're gonna build something that kind of adds value to the space. Sometimes I'm like, I mean, you have looked a little bit more into Hash AI, I think.
Yeah, I do tap a deep dive into the project, but yeah, it's interesting to see what others are building and what they're working on, like overall. But I think the AI spaces or AI in general, cryptocurrencies is kind of the meta still. So it's going to be
Yeah,
several. I wonder if it's like the NU phase a little bit, where it's like everything is kind of like keeps moving.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Also, the what was the other one? I think it was Quant AI. We also heard an AMA about that one, um, which just launched
2
a
days
few
ago.
days ago.
Yeah, they're sitting at about
Yeah,
5.5 million right now.
Quant. Trying to pull it up, but I can't find it.
It's actually been posted in our private group,
Okay.
First Class.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, here we go. But I don't think that's the right one. Yeah, I actually don't understand. I don't think they went into why it's called quant, because quant you usually use for like quantitative trading. Um, but their project is more about like a platform where you can have all the all the different AI models in one place, specifically LLM models, and doesn't really have anything to do with trading much. I got a little bit confused about that naming, unless I'm confusing it, but I think that's the project, right? The one with the AI models.
How's it going, Arcade? Nice seeing you in here.
Yeah, also what I found, just based on my background, knowing a little bit about the discussions about AI and consciousness and if it's real intelligence and stuff like that. As a neuroscientist, you always like talk about those things and very like rigorous about whether something is actually intelligent. And when I went on the website for Quant AI, what surprised me is they have been talking constantly about AGI, which is artificial general intelligence. And AGI is usually a term that you're using for a true intelligent machine. So it's not, but we know for sure that LLMs are not like that. And when you research the term, you see that many experts in the field, they do not consider anything has achieved AGI yet. But on the Quant AI website, they constantly talk about for example, on their main page, auto AGI takes AI to a whole new level, pushing the boundaries of what technology can achieve. But throwing that term around is actually, I mean, obviously, most people don't care, but for people that actually are in the field, that is not the right use of the term. Like, nobody is claiming to have achieved AGI yet. I've seen some Twitter posts about like rumors that possibly OpenAI has achieved it and stuff like that, but there is no evidence that anyone has achieved AGI. So you should still call it AI because the general in artificial general intelligence indicates that there is a self, almost like I think you even consider it as somewhat self-aware or at least independently thinking. And we know that the LLMs, the large language models, they are not able to do that. They do not understand what they're putting out. When you ask something, they do not really understand the concepts. The same with those image generators. They they cannot. They don't understand the image. They're just trying to produce something that they think is right. You see that when they they have like when you try to get an image of a human, often you get like 3 arms or 10 like 11 fingers or a whole like a leg is missing or stuff like that. Is because they do not understand what they're actually generating. They're just trying to mimic something that they have seen in the past. The same with text. Like I've seen so many Michael, you call it word salad, like in white papers, because people just put something into ChatGPT and then ChatGPT just spits something out that sounds like the prompt you're putting in, but it doesn't really understand what that means. So I've seen like terrible stuff. Like for example, I saw recently an article. I don't remember I think it was Bitcoin magazine. It was terrible. And I'm pretty sure that it was ChatGPT generated because it essentially said that the halving of Bitcoin is cutting the supply of Bitcoin in half. Like, that's just basically concluded from the term halving what that means, but has no understanding of what's out there. And so, yeah, this is funny. And unfortunately, I see a lot of white papers. I see a lot of white papers being done like that, where the people actually not read it and proofread it for accuracy. I've seen like completely wrong statements about Ethereum in white papers, just because, yeah, ChatGPT doesn't know, and so it just makes it sound like it's something very awesome and revolutionary, but it doesn't get the facts right. So, yeah, if you use ChatGPT, just please proofread it. I'm sometimes so aggravated when I see a white paper that was so obviously generated by ChatGPT and nobody was actually checking the facts in there. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter all that because, yeah, if you have it in the name and people are hyped about it, then you can still make money. So I mean, the AI is still, I guess, the new meta. Michael, you're still there?
Yep,
Or are
I'm here.
you
I'm working on sharing
taking
out
your
the
answer? Oh,
space.
okay.
Yeah, anyone that actually has some time, I'm going to do that too real quick. Get some more folks in the room. Just posted it in the TG around. It takes a minute to go through it.
Yes, so just in regards to earn, we have today the AVAX liquidity integration. So we've been working on that, and we'll see if that's going to bring in some new people from the AVAX communities. It's always good to bridge to another chain and get more exposure for the project. And then so tomorrow we'll have another space, and we will talk to AG and Goldwyn. If you don't know them yet, they have their own YouTube channels. They're running the Flaming Tokens 222 and 237, and have some fun ideas how they're going to use those two Flaming Tokens for also their own cryptocurrency project that they're working on. So we're going to chat with them tomorrow. We haven't finalized the time yet, but we're going to do that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that and watch out for the space link you want to join. But as always, we're going to record this space and also tomorrow. So if you want to go back later to listen to it. And on Friday, we will launch 0x67. So I will work on putting out the website today for that token. And yeah, that should be a fun thing since the person behind it has a lot of commitment and conviction in Earn and the Earn ecosystem. The Flamelings even got a tattoo of the Flamelings, of one of his Flamelings, 0x67. And yeah, that should be a fun launch, and I'm looking forward because he will probably collaborate quite a bit, including his own project he's currently running, which actually entered into a partnership with us. It's called High as a Giraffe's Ass. It's a very fun project that has big plans. It looks not as sophisticated when you just look at it briefly, because they're still working on like a website and stuff like that, but they have big plans for actually building or launching a dispensary and handle all the weed distribution and everything on blockchain and using the token. So Haga, the High as a Giraffe's Ass 420, they want to use the token to facilitate like the trading and handling of the weed. So that's pretty cool. Probably more of a long-term play, but they're super like honest and transparent, and they might even do a special where their token will distribute Earn or these Flameling tokens for a little bit to the holders, because it's a dividend token that has 10% tax, and currently it's basically paying out dividends in XRP, but they have the option to change that, so they can do like a weekly long or whatever special and pay out dividends in a different token, and they are considering to do that with Earn or one of the Flamelink tokens, if not their own Flamelink token. So that should be a fun thing. So check out their TG. He's always around in the TG as well, so you can ask direct questions. So yeah, this is the person that will launch 0x67 on Friday at 1 p.m. So watch out for that too. We'll probably have a space right before, so we can kind of talk about it and be present while we're providing the liquidity for that token. So yeah, this space is Shill and Chill. So if you have any project you want to talk about, doesn't have to be your own. You can request to speak. We're happy to have you up, and you can just like talk about it. It can be anything you're invested in and you're excited about. Otherwise, we're probably just going to be talking about some projects that we've been looking at or came across. Like, as I mentioned, the AI themed ones have been popping up quite a bit. So, and Michael has looked into some of them a little bit more deeply. So here we have someone wanting to come up. I don't know this person.
What's up, HR manager? How you doing, man?
All good, all good, all good. Nadina said the magic word. She said it's a shill and chill. I was just loitering on the periphery, just taking in the alpha. So when she said that magic word that rhymes with pill and starts with shh, I thought, man, I've just done some hamstring stretches. I've just done my stretches and I am ready to go hard. So if I'm allowed to shill, I'm going to go at you. I'm warning you. I'm going to come in hard. I'm not going to mess about.
Okay. No worries. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think I've come up with the most memeable idea in a space that is completely overrun with memeable ideas. My idea extends far beyond the idea of putting an animal picture on a JPEG and then celebrating with each other and calling each other family when the price goes up and then hating each other's guts when the price goes down. My idea was born, well, actually it came out of some dusted part of my head in the gym, but I'm an early investor in a coin called Ponke. And what I quite like with Ponke was that they produced something called the helmet tool, where you can upload an image of a mate. You click a button and it puts the helmet on the friend, and then you can download it and share it. And a lot of people did that. So a lot of people were wearing the helmet. So it's in this structure that I came up with my own most memeable idea. My meme coin is called Bush on Your Gran. And what it is I have expertly curated the pubic hair of around 16 1980s porn stars. I've cut them out, so you can't see any body. It's just different pubic hair. I've given each of them a different name, a different rating. So I'll introduce you to a couple of them now. Some of the bushes that we're talking about. Hang on, let me just find my note here. Where is my notes? Bush on your nan. So some of the pubic hair, the bushes that you can choose when you upload the photo are Warhammer, Royal Pardon, the Earl of Windsor. Battlestar Galactica gets a lot of press. I like Tokyo Disco, but it depends what you like. If you're more conservative, you could go for Careless Whisker, Domestic Violence. If you're more out there and you really like the mimi stuff, you could go for like Wet Cat Shit or The Good Man. So there's a completely different range of bushes. Any bush that you need is on there. You upload a photo of your friend, cat, dog, mum, or grandmother, whack that bush, choose your bush, put it on there, and then V1 of the software allows you to download it and share it. V2, which I'm reliably informed is going to be an extra couple of days, is going to have a button where you can share it straight onto Twitter. We're doing it. It's a Solana meme coin. It starts on Monday. I have a Telegram group of 70 people. I've run it's been going for 2 days. In the Telegram group at the moment, already we have the guys from Kulo, Rodney from Crypto Journeys, Rico Moneybag, the YouTuber. I haven't really got out and out with the marketing just yet. I'm doing a week's worth of work or a month's worth of work with Wadi this week. I'm doing some promotion with him. Rodney lets me up on his spaces every day, so I'm obviously going to talk about it on there. One of the things I am doing is I'm having a beard in the week, a beard in Spotlight, where we're actually taking Rodney's facial hair and we're giving the people on his space the chance to actually put his beard on their own grandmothers or their own animals, whatever they want. And we're going to launch it live on his space on Monday. So I'm quite excited about it. I come from a business background in the real world. I've built multiple multi-million-dollar businesses in the real world, and I found this meme space, and I found that it's an awful lot of low quality, poor quality actors riding by the seat of their pants, many of them trying to fuck each other over. So I'm bringing in a lot of business experience, not a huge amount of capital in this project, but I am investing 5 figures to get it off the ground. I've got 5 people working full time behind the scenes for me already, all working for free. I'm working with Earn. I say working with him. He's basically doing me a favor. He said that he would help me to basically launch the token because I'm not a technical dev and I haven't done this before. He said he's going to show me some pointers to make sure that I launch this in the most transparent and honest way possible. And that's pretty much the shill. It's basically a way of putting your pubis or pubises onto different people and have them share on the internet. There you go, guys.
I mean, it's gonna be catchy. I tell you that. I mean, that's like a lot of the space too, actually, right? What actually, as it gets in the way, actually gets people's attention. But yeah, I know we're chatting actually for Monday, so we'll go over that together. Or even actually Nadina, she's actually really good at like Solidity and blockchain stuff too. Have her look at it and see to help you out with that. But yeah, man, I think next week too is a good timing. There's a little bit of a dip this week with the markets, but I think next week, especially if we're seeing Solana over 200 again, should be a good time for that.
I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna go on the WhatsApp, the Telegram group, Twitter group. It's okay with you. I'll just pop like some examples of our artworks on the group so people can get an understanding of the types of bushes that we're dealing with and the collaborations that we're doing. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Sweet, cool. Okay, I'll do that now. I'll just pop up. I'll go and get. I'll share a couple of artworks in the nest. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, so we haven't really I don't know, what's the hottest thing going on in Solana right now in regards to projects, Adina? Have you been looking at a lot of them? I know Width was actually really big. I know there's well, that's actually on Ethereum, but it's Andy is popping off, I think, with like 60 million. But Solana's actually been pretty hot this cycle in regards to meme coins. You know, last cycle was really big with BNB projects, but now it's like it's mostly Solana and base chain is kind of taking off a little bit too right now.
Yeah, it seems like this cycle is kind of hopping around. Like it started with Solana, or like obviously the ETH a while, almost a year ago, I would say, and then yeah, it kind of Solana got really big with the memes, still is, but I think also base is not taking off, and lots of people say, oh, it will be AVAX and Arbitrum in a little bit. I'm gonna take a look here. You can see what's on Solana. Yeah, there are a lot of cat tokens right now coming out. The most volume here, it's Burr. It looks like, I don't even know what that is. It looks like a bear. Bear. Has like 12 million in volume, which is pretty crazy.
So,
I think next if he's launching it Monday, it should be better because usually beginning of the week is better, and hopefully it has a bit recovered like that dip by the end of the week anyways. But I think usually the week before the weekend and after is a good time. We also have like Wally. What is Wally? It looks like some dinosaur. Oh no, Wally the whale. Wally the whale has almost 7 million in volume.
really?
Which is pretty insane. Yeah. Wally the whale. And what else do we have? We have WOJ cat. Thing. I forgot the name of that cat token that our friend in one of the groups was talking about the other night. That's some weird name.
Katniss?
Oh, Katniss. Yeah, that was a yeah.
The cat meme coins are hot right now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of cats doing fairly well. But I didn't see that token. I thought that was a Solana one. Is that already all crash and burn again? Katniss. I don't see that anywhere.
All right, so I have I had announced it in the well group. We have the LP is now live for AVAX.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very cool.
I'm going to do an announcement post for that soon. Actually, this one went much easier than the other one. I just put it on Uniswap V2, and then I'm going to do a V3 pool also on Uniswap. I know that Trader Joe is better, but I want to get it there first.
So yeah, we have now 1,000 in liquidity, right? You put in 900.
1,000, yeah, it's 1,000. Yeah, basically 1,000.
Yeah, basically 1,000 in AVAX liquidity. And yeah, that gives now us opportunity to also launch Flamelink tokens on AVAX. That will be interesting to explore the different chains, how these catch on, because they're kind of unique in a certain way. So it'll be interesting which chain has the interest by the people. I mean, BNB has been doing pretty well in that regard. So I'm curious how that's going to play out in the different chains.
Yeah, I'm not working on getting the V3 pool figured out. Good old math with that.
Yeah, and again, for those that joined the space, this is a shill and chill. So feel free to come out, request to speak, and shill your project. You can now we just had a nice shill for bush on your gran. You can check that out up in the nest. Seems like a cool, fun project to be. So we'll launch on Monday. Yeah, anyone else, even you don't have to be the dev or anyone from the team. You can just come up and talk about whatever you're most excited about at the moment. Everyone is investing in multiple projects, and yeah, if you have a bag in something you want to shill, feel free to come up and request to speak.
That's very cool. That's very cool that you're doing that. I don't want to like hog the mic and say, hey, I've got another project to shill, but there's something that maybe I could talk about that maybe people in this group might benefit from. It's basically
Sure.
I've installed it in my Bush on Your Grand group. The crypto I was working with before Bush on Your Grand, it was called Bonk of America. I'm still like holding their token, and their thing, if you like, is that they call themselves 51% meme, 49% tech or something, and they built this Telegram bot that actually works. You can use it now. You install it in your Telegram group, and then send it some tokens to the vault. And then basically you just run raids, and members of the community hook into the bot with a command line. They click command register, and it asks you for your phantom wallet address. And then after the raids, the bot says this is the people that raided. It tells who raided well, and it says who can do better, and then it pays out tokens in the native token. So I'm using it. Yeah, I'm using it in my community to basically, I say every single raid before we go live is paid. So they know when a raid goes up, they're going to get paid in Bush tokens, and obviously these tokens are then going to assume a value. By hopefully, if Earn does his job properly, they're going to assume a value on launch day. So I think that might be something. If you're a meme coin, if you're a Telegram group in here that runs a meme coin and you like raiding, it's a free application, it's a free bot, and I can put you straight in touch with the devs if it's something you wanted to put in your group. It really works.
Oh, this is very cool. So what is it called, the bot?
The crypto, the coin is called Bonk of America, and the bot is called the bot is called the ATM. They call it the ATM, the automated tele-raid machine. Yeah, it's pretty slick because you don't have to do anything. You know, you just run raids as normal, and you know, if you're paying out, like, let's say for example, if you're like in my token, for example, I'm only paying out, you know, a tiny percentage of the supply, but once it pops off, those coins are going to be worth something, and the people raiding know that. I mean, imagine if you were raiding in WIF or Myro when they first, you know, just before they launched, you know, you earn like a couple of thousand WIF and it's worth nothing, and then suddenly, guess what? You made, you know, $500 a raid or something, you know. So I think it's really good tech. It's really interesting tech.
Have you looked into that, Michael?
Actually, we're actually talking.
Have you heard of it?
Oh, you're already talking to Bank of America.
Yep.
Oh, that's
we're
cool.
talking.
Yeah, because that would be a cool use case for our Earn Soul, right? Soul Earn.
Yeah, I mean, so for what it's worth, then if you're already talking, then absolutely keep chatting. But like for me, I've got it in my community, and I was working in there beforehand, and like it just seems to be pretty good tech. So see it as a little a double check mark or a little pat on the back because it is good stuff.
No, it's definitely cool. Yeah, I need to schedule a time to go over it more, and we're also looking at possibly some type of collaboration options. So yeah, I mean that's what's cool about like working with other projects too, and partnerships too, is that you know you learn a lot of new things, tech that's out there.
Well, here's the thing. Like you mentioned, like without knowing who I was involved with, you mentioned like really kindly on the other thing. You said, "Yeah, shoot me a message, and I'll give you a hand with your launch." So if there's anything I can do to you with that project, I mean, like whether it's access or whether it's putting a good word or like, I'll do it as a thank you for what you were going to do for me. So you can expect like the red carpet service, whatever that means.
No, that's awesome, man. Yeah, appreciate that. I mean, I think that's how you build in the space, by establishing connections and building and learning what's stuff that's out there. But you know, it's really cool. So
all good. Thanks a lot.
Anytime, man. Anytime. So
yeah, now also to mention, maybe you already know that, but maybe if you want to, if you're interested, there is a partnership program with Earn. And we do just basically kind of cross promote with other communities. So if you're interested, there is a link on our website. You can check it out. It's a small application, doesn't need much. But that will basically allow to have like you as a partner, and we would promote your project, you will promote Earn, and maybe we can build something in the future together, or any other partnerships in any way. We're very open to how that might look like in the future. I'm just mentioning that also for anyone else that has a project and they would like to partner. We think that, as Michael just said, like it's only a benefit of having the communities that build something honestly and with transparency, that they kind of help each other, support each other, and grow the space, and get stronger in a space that is full of scams and frauds. So just mention that real quick.
Hey, whereabouts would I find that link for the where would I find the link for the, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically take it into our the private Telegram group of the devs and the senior people in the Bonk of America now, and suggest that they sign up for that now.
Yeah, so it's buyholdearn.com, and then you'll have a link there for partnership /partnership.
I just DM
yeah, it's just
I just DM to HR.
Oh, cool.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
I got it here. Okay, I'm gonna put that now in the group and say that I just spoke to you guys in the space, and that you're. I'm just gonna sing the praises now. I'll do my bit. I'm gonna jump out the space now, guys, because I've got to do another meeting. But thanks so much for letting me speak. And Ern. I don't know your name. I just see the white flame. I'll chat to you
Oh,
after the
it's
space.
Michael. Yeah,
All right,
Michael. That's
I'll
cool.
chat to you after. Like, okay, Mike. I'll chat to you afterwards. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks, Adina. Thanks everyone else. Take care.
Take care.
Thanks for coming
Bye.
up.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, snow. I forgot that AVAX is called Snow Scan. That's cool.
Yeah, they have all like these like snow themed. Actually, their protocol for smart contracts is the Snowman protocol. It's kind of cute.
What do you say?
So they basically optimize their smart contract chain for smart contracts. So it's just a very efficient EVM. They call it the Snowman protocol.
That's funny.
Yeah, and yeah, then Snow Trace, and they have like lots of different names. I'm actually curious where it comes from. Avalanche, like maybe they just wanna Avalanche kind of representing like flooding the space with it or something like that, coming with force.
Oh yeah, that's definitely interesting. How it's all set up over there. But I'm happy. Everything went well with this liquidity integration. We have V2 and V3 set up, and again, they're on Uniswap. Eventually, I'll branch out to Trader Joe, but it's working just fine on Uniswap.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Trader Joe calls it V2.1. Why the hell? Why don't they just call this V2? Why V2.1? I don't know why they do that.
Maybe they have specific steps or different functionality for the different versions, but then they have upgrades within those. I don't know.
Possibly.
Yeah, but I'm curious to check out Trader Joe's more and kind of figure out how that works, because it seems like they have a little bit more flexibility in how you say. I mean, I actually looked again. I was messing around with PancakeSwap, and you can, the liquidity shapes essentially that we've talked about the other day. You can create that with PancakeSwap v3 too. It's just little bit more work, right? You can basically say, okay, I take token A and I put it within this price range, and then I create a new pool, which is the other token in a price range that's much higher or lower. But yeah, maybe the shapes, you could still create that. It's just a little bit more cumbersome, but you could do something like that. Having different amounts in different ranges and kind of optimize your profits that way.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely interesting. What's cool now too is that we compare ourselves with other projects on AVAX now. It looks like, so for example, it's funny, it doesn't even say V3. So for example, if I look at TD, which is Big Red, they have a V2.1 pool with $19 in it. And then they have it doesn't even say anything. It says Avalanche pool. It says Trader Joe, but it doesn't say what type of pool it is. You know what they do? They don't tell you. There is no such thing as V3 on AVAX. Interesting. I wonder why that's it. Why that is.
So you're seeing, where do you see?
When you go to DEX tools, you go into an AVAX token, it'll say Trader Joe or it'll say V2 or something like that.
I see. Yeah.
And yes, you can create a dividends token with AVAX.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's EVM compatible. We can do pretty much whatever. We can do in Ethereum as well.
Yeah, we want to do that though, not with Ethereum, but AVAX would be interesting to do.
Yeah, I think that would be fun to have a dividend token on there. Be interested in doing that. I mean, their volume is much lower. Like when you look at on DEX tools, like the highest volume coin here, it's like 400K compared to like we just looked at Solana, which has like 12 million, the top one, which is pretty crazy.
Not really, because the fee structure on Solana, what you pay per transaction is nothing. So I know there's a lot of market makers running on Solana.
Oh, that's what you okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, obviously the data you're looking at is extremely skewed depending on how it's manipulated. That's sometimes a little bit difficult to cut through the noise and figure out what is really happening and not just fake. Just like, yeah. So how is Space looking in comparison? So Base, I find Base is actually not that cheap. But yeah, top one, 20 million in volume. Bobcat. And it looks like a bird, the logo.
Space.
In Space, yeah. Oh, it actually launched yesterday. It's only a day old. But yeah, 20 million. Then Blurf. I think I heard of Blurf. 7 million in volume. I think I heard of Blurf. That's older. Olderish? No. March 23rd. Blurf, I do not understand what that is, but yeah, that sounds familiar. I think someone talked about it before. Yeah, again, if someone wants to come up and shield a project or a project doesn't have to be yours. It can be any project. Please request to speak, and we're happy to listen. This space is recorded, also streamed on YouTube, so people can listen to it later on. So yeah, feel free to request to speak, and we're happy to have you up and talk about whatever you're excited about.
So one thing, actually, when you go to set up these dividend tokens, they need to know the router that you're configuring it to. I wonder if you can set that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You can change the V2 router. So I would need to know what the router is.
I think you can also add some. I think you can also add one later on, as far as I know.
Yeah, you can update.
You can have multiple.
It always says V2 router, but you can pick a different one.
Yeah, I think you can have also multiple ones. So the dividends would also be paid out on other pools. Like if someone traded it on Trader Joe, you have some people trading on Trader Joe, so then it would pay out the dividends through that pool. And some trade on Uniswap, it would pay out the dividends there.
Right. Yeah. interesting. Yeah, I definitely want to test that out. With a base one soon. Make sure that functions properly.
Yeah, we should do a test. I still have to give you those contracts to try it out.
Yes, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, it's a good time for people to accumulate AVAX. It's pretty down right now compared to where it was. And it keeps going down. Yeah, the markets are weird these days. I feel like there's a lot of panic. Did you also read about that the US government moved like 50,000 BTC, I think, or
Billions.
to Coinbase? Yeah,
Billions.
2 billion or something.
Yeah, billions.
Yeah.
From Silk Road seizure.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer if they sold, to be honest, even though it will tank the market a bit. Because I don't like the US government to have BTC. I don't want the government to have that much. It's like almost like a looming, how do you call it?
Again,
A
it's like
looming
having
sword
someone
over
in
your
your
head
group
or
that you don't.
something.
Let's having someone holding your token that you feel like it's sell at any point in different stable.
Right. Yeah. And it also allows them a lot to manipulate the market as well, which I think they probably do. I'd rather have them, sell it all out and be gone. It's like having a big whale you don't like. Just sell already, so we can move on. Crypto will recover. Like it's not gonna be the end of it.
Oh, hell yeah. I absolutely agree. It makes it easier.
Yeah, and especially governments. I don't really want them to hold too much. I mean, they've accumulated a lot. Different governments, right? But I mean, ideally, they wouldn't have much control. So I'd rather have them sell it. Which is just funny because, like, there are so many other nations that keep accumulating BTC. So once they get ahead of the US government, that might actually quite of a power play there. And it surprises me that the US government is, I mean, maybe they don't even liquidate. I don't even know what they're going to do with that BTC, but it would be weird, like why would you want to lose? I mean, they basically got it for free almost, right? So why would you let it go if you can have such a high stake in a network that is possibly the future money and likely not going to go away? If anything, it will become more adopted, so people will gain more control of it. Why, as a government, would you let go of it? Like, that is your way of being able to control it to some extent. So that's what I find strange about it. Like, I don't know, but the US government really, if they let go of it, like, it's just, I think, a stupid move from their perspective, even though I would like them to be gone.
There was another seizure where they sold a decent amount, but yeah, people panic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So why are you selling that? Why are you not holding that? It's just weird because that would give them control over the network to some degree. Like, but it seems like just those that are in the US government really don't understand crypto at all. Like, it seems like most other nations are way ahead of it,
Yeah, many are. That's how it goes. you know, their interests aren't in alignment with the many, just those at the top, and manipulation is part of that. So I'm making a post
Yeah.
about AVAX so people can get the contract address to buy it. See here, V2 and V3, so it's on there. I like doing these subtle liquidity integrations so people can like get in if they want. Then I'm gonna do some airdrops too, probably throughout the day. Put something together, some airdrop bounties. Be nice. Or I should include.
How does the C wallet bot work? So if you have the token listed on multiple chains, do you have to configure the bot in the chat which one it's going to use, or can you then with command say use earn AVAX or whatever?
No, it doesn't. It uses what's earned is inside of your C wallet. It doesn't use anything on a particular chain.
Well, but if you know, I've seen on C wallet you have tokens that are listed for multiple chains. So how would that work?
You pick what
like
you,
if I
you
have
have to tell
earned
C wallet which chain you want. And so that's me.
Okay, so you can do it with
that's not everyone. That's just me. I tell C wallet.
Oh, you could say, okay, I want this tipping bot using AVAX or.
Right. So I told
Okay.
I told C wallet that I wanted them to utilize BNB. So that's how it works.
Right, but yeah, but there is the possibility to have it listed for the other chains too, so you can withdraw and deposit on the different chains, right?
Possibly, if I get them to approve it and request it, yes.
Right. I'm just talking about theoretically, if you have a token listed multiple chains, let's say Earn would be integrated with BNB, Base, and AVAX on C Wallet. Then you could deposit and withdraw on these different chains. So how would you tip in the chat? Could you tip specifically AVAX? Oh no, it stays within C Wallet anyways, and people can withdraw.
Right, it stays within C Wallet.
I'm thinking about it the wrong way.
Yeah, it's all within C Wallet.
Yeah, I'm stupid. Okay, yeah.
And so then they just they all stays inside their C Wallet.
Yeah.
And based off of that, they're able to withdraw it, whichever network has configured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if anyone wants to come up and shill a project, feel free to request to speak. Happy to have you up. This is a friendly space, so you don't have to be scared. We don't bite. And this space is recorded, so anyone who wants to can later listen to it and hear your shill.
Yeah, we do run it for about an hour, so I think we're about time to actually close it up in a minute. One thing I'd do, if you're going to pop up the contract address for AVAX in the site, anyone that might have showed up later, Earn is now tradable on Avalanche. So if you guys are looking for the contract, it's pinned towards the top here, and it's also posted on the X account. We have it on the website soon too, so you can see it there from the official locations. So definitely make sure to always get it from there. So, sweet. All right, well, I'm going to close it down. If no one else has anything to add or come up. Again, the space is recorded. We'll probably pop open another space later, non-recorded space. So definitely hop in there if you're free. And we'll catch you guys in TG if you guys are available. All right, talk to you guys later.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and take care.